You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing will meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing will meet your football needs. Your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. Your eyes go see. Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brother and sister, children of God, we are here. We are here on the Footy Fantasy Podcast. And Ayo knew what he was doing. I think Ayo saw into the future. And he put me to host on this day of our Lord, the 7th day of December, in the year of our Lord 2025, to discuss the most pressing issues in world football. And Yemi has disappeared. But while we're waiting for him to come back, oh, there he is. While we're here, we have our sister Gloria. She's an Arsenal fan. How are you doing? Welcome.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Very well, and I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
Even though this wasn't like the best day for me to make an appearance here.
Yeah.
I'm still okay.
Look, we welcome you either way. You know, this is your first time here, but you know how they say in Nigerian churches, yeah, first time visitor, but you're not. You will not. Today is the last day. You're a stranger with us. You're not a stranger anymore.
Thank you.
Which means from here on out, you are going to get all the smoke. Because we have equal opportunity smokage over here.
That's fine.
But my brother Yemi, how you doing? Good to see you.
I'm great, man. I'm great.
Yeah?
Happy Sunday, everybody, and everybody watching. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope we're having a great Sunday so far. So we're good. And it's also nice to see you. I've not seen you enough. I don't know why Mr. Moderator always puts me and you on the same day. I don't know why.
I know. I think.
I don't know why Ayo plans this thing. He will put you when I'm on there. I saw Ayo's name, then it's now you. I'm tired of.
Whoa, are you tired of me?
I will never be tired of you, John. Even if I'm tired of you, you're always there every day.
My brother, you cannot avoid me. I will find you. I am, what's his name? Liam Neeson from Taken? That's me. I will find you wherever you are. I will find you. But, guys, a little bit of housekeeping. If you're looking for us, we're on YouTube, always, every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. But you can find us at Footy Fantasy. On Twitter, it's Footy AD Fantasy. On Instagram, it's at Fantasy Footy. And if you like that theme song that played in the intro, Soji made it, and his handle on Instagram is SJ Music. So that man is a wicked producer. He is doing his thing up in Canada. I forget what city in Canada Soji is in, but the man is good. Check him out. Give him a follow. Now that all that is out of the way, you know, I just want to start by saying that this is the day that the Lord has made. And all of us must, shall, and will rejoice and be glad in it. If you do not know what I'm talking about, if you've been living under a rock, if you've been hiding in a cave for the past 24 hours, I will bring you up to speed. Mohammed Salah, the Egyptian king. By the way, Ayo had the agenda set out on like Friday night. And of course, he did that not knowing Liverpool was going to Liverpool and Salah was going to Salah. Right. And then I, in my executive authority, decided, no, we're not going to talk about X, we're going to talk about Salah. Because that man came out yesterday and he said after the game that it feels like the club and the manager are throwing him under the bus. Salah said that he had a conversation with the club and they made him some promises. And now those promises are not being kept. He goes ahead to say that somebody wants him out of the club. And then he says that he doesn't know what's going to happen. He's going to leave for AFCON and he might never come back. So because of that, he will say his final goodbyes at Anfield against Brighton in the next game. And he has invited his family members to come to watch him or not watch him play against Brighton. Essentially, the Egyptian king has burned down the palace. Gloria, I want to give you the floor. Please. No. And I'm giving you the floor knowing that your club and my club too, we're familiar with this. We know this. We live. We live in this. If anybody has experience, it is us. So the floor is yours. What say you?
It's funny because I would be lying if I told you that I didn't see this coming. Yeah. And I'll tell you why. The way, obviously not in the way that it's come out. Because if you go back, Salah, as you look at him and you go like, oh yeah, he's a quiet man and everything.
Yeah.
But you know that he's a proud man. Yeah. And for everything that he's giving Liverpool, to an extent, you can understand his plight. Why I would tell you that, and I told my son this because we kind of go back and forth. He's a teenager, but he's a big Arsenal fan. So obviously, any unrest in any other team is like, okay, it's a talking point for both of us.
Yeah.
My husband is a Man U fan, by the way. So you can imagine.
Good man. Yeah. Very good man.
Yeah. So you can imagine, the context. Anyways, when Liverpool went on this spending, spree of Isaac and Ekitike and all the other, most especially Isaac.
Yes.
I started watching the games and I kept telling my son, obviously Isaac has been out injured for God knows how long before he came back. You can't spend a 120 or so, million on
125 million pounds.
Exactly, player and not have to bring in one way or the other. And there was always going to be a fallout of the old team. You could easily tell that Salah was going this way because remember early on in the season when people were saying, oh yeah, they brought all this reinforcements and everything, and these players are better than the players they used to have, in the Nunes, in the Luis Diaz. And Salah actually came out and said something in the region of, oh, you can, let's enjoy, the new players that we have, but don't backlash, backlash the players that were here and who helped us win the last title, which is the most recent title. So when he said that, I kind of picked up a vibe, and I started watching their games. And since Isaac came into the team, I've noticed Salah, when Salah played, I never saw a connection between Salah and Isaac. I never. When Ekitike was playing early on in the season and he was scoring, you could see that there was some kind of relationship growing between Ekitike and Salah. But I never quite, saw any relationship building between Isaac and Salah. in the sense that, Salah has always been the big fish.
Yeah.
In the Liverpool camp.
Yes.
And now you're bringing this guy that obviously, if Isaac was coming from outside of the Premier League, you would say Salah will go, oh yeah, you know what? I'll still be a big fish to an extent, and then until he gets a grip of the league. But Isaac is, tested in the league, so it was going to come obviously, and he would command, and with all the the shouts and
the price tag
and the price tag.
Yeah.
And then we all saw what he did in Newcastle, and we all knew that he wouldn't need any type of time to kind of get a grip of the league. So obviously Salah is watching, and all the attention is now like diverting away from him and going on Isaac. Even though Isaac had not pulled up a Liverpool shirt, people were like, oh yeah. And then recency bias, oh look at what he did for Newcastle. He just won them, their first ever trophy and everything. So of course all this was coming, and in fact I think Liverpool never actually talked about the league that was won last year. When they came into the season, all the talk was all about Isaac. Not even all these guys came, and then you saw people like Nunes, people like Diaz leaving, and people didn't go like, oh yeah, we're missing these players, like obviously. And that was why I thought Salah had to come back and remind people what these guys did, and that we won the league for you. Give us some kind of, and they haven't really enjoyed, the fact that they won the league. And the same thing happened to them when the same thing happened to them when they won the COVID Premier League. They never quite enjoyed.
That did not count.
But it's like Salah said last year that the reason why he wanted to win another league was more because he wanted to enjoy the league, because he never had a chance to enjoy the COVID one. So this time around, no one is even saying, oh yeah, these guys, let's put them on a type of pedestal. They just won us our second ever league. But the whole premise of league and everything was, let's chase Isaac, and whatever it takes, we're going to put on the table, and we're going to get Isaac. Eventually they get Isaac. And then of course, to make matters worse, Liverpool started supposedly well, but I kept saying, you know what, this isn't going to last. It's not sustainable, because the way, the erratic basketball, back and forth, chaotic football they were, and then of course the adrenaline from winning the league was helping them, and they were getting all those last minute goals, or stopping last minute equalizers and all those kind of things. And they kept saying, oh yeah, that's the definition of a champion. But you saw when they went to Crystal Palace that everything came crashing down. And I actually saw that. And then of course their manager kept coming out, giving people the blueprint to play against this team. Oh yeah, it's all set pieces. Oh, the people at the top table, they are there because of set pieces and everything. And I was like, I never quite liked the guy. I'm sorry. Even when last year the referees, the media, and everything they had all this love fest for him, because he was coming back. And then of course the old league, the media had a common enemy, which was Arsenal, and anybody, and Arsenal, remember, was supposed to take over whenever Man City, But of course, nobody factored the injuries that Arsenal had. But of course, and then he had a settled team, and then he ran with it, and he ran with that hunger, and of course he won the league. So coming back to Salah, talking about this, I would be lying to you if I told you that I didn't see it coming. So it's almost like, oh yeah, let's stabilize the team. And everybody from Jamie Carragher, from everybody has been saying, oh yeah, Salah is not playing well. Meanwhile, Salah wasn't playing well, yes, but Salah is not the only Liverpool player not playing well. Virgil van Dijk is there messing up every day. Konate is there just being I don't know, crazy. I don't even know what's going on there. And then
I think they were calling Virgil van Dijk Turkey van Dijk, if I remember.
Exactly. But Van Dijk has been getting away with this for the longest time. Everyone talks about him being, oh yeah, this supposed best defender ever, and I'm like, recency bias just kind of makes people.
It's crazy. People just have amnesia, just forget things.
And Van Dijk, even when they were playing well, would have all these crazy moments, but of course, because of all the attacking threat of Liverpool, they would always come out winners. And then you can't take away from the fact that they lost Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
And I knew that Salah especially was going to suffer from that.
Yes.
Because all the balls that, without even looking back or looking forward, Alexander would always put that crossing on a plate for Salah, and he would finish. And last year was just like, but then giving him that contract, I was like, wow, Liverpool is digging a hole here. Salah is an attacking player, but he's an aging player. And you could tell the way Salah played last year, played possessed.
Yeah.
So there's no way you would expect something like that to come in. So if you factor everything into, the whole thing, you know that the most affected person in that Liverpool team of all these attacking players that they brought in would be Salah, because the attention has now shifted from him, and all the blame was put on him because they're not doing well.
Yeah.
And then my last point, Salah is, as up until this season, has been the player that was served. Everybody worked for Salah.
Yeah.
Give the ball to Salah.
Yes.
Now, Salah has never found himself having to give the ball to someone else to score. Mm-hmm. Jota, may so rest in peace, was okay. Even though he was the best finisher, you would see Jota looking out for Salah. And once Salah, best right winger, get the ball on the right, dribble past. You don't expect that this season with, he's a year older. And then, of course, with all this other craziness happening in the team, there's no way. So I told my son that, there's trouble brewing in the background in Liverpool. But, of course, for whatever reason, no one was talking. And then, of course, the first casualty of the supposed let's try and steady the ship was Salah out of the team. So, of course, he took it the first game. He took it the second game. And he's looking at it. These people they're somewhat getting better. It looks like things are a bit, the ship is steadying just a little bit. I think this third time, obviously, Leeds got their third goal yesterday. He probably wouldn't have said anything if they had won the game yesterday. But the fact that they didn't win the game gave him an opportunity to come out and say, oh, yeah, I'm out of the team. I didn't even, kick a ball today. And we still did not win. So I have the right to talk. Whether it was a good thing or not, I don't know. But I always knew that something was going to come out.
Yep. I'm going to take some comments before I go to you, Yemi. Of course, I want to hear your thoughts. I'm going to take quick comments. Soji goes, that household must be lit. Oh, yes. Man United husband, Arsenal wife, and you had the audacity to convert your son to an Arsenal fan. Oh, my God.
It was actually born on a day that Arsenal played. That was in 2010. We played West Brom Albion, and we lost. But he didn't mind. He's a bigger fan than me.
Wow. Sergio goes, Jola, is that a holy Bible? I just know. Yes. I have a Bible here, and when it comes time, I will preach to the church in a little bit. Sergio goes, Ayo goes, welcome. Did you mean distinguished? Not extinguished, though. God will not extinguish it. Like, extinguish us in Jesus' name. Amen. I beg, don't extinguish me. Welcome, distinguished lady and gentlemen. Thank you, Ayo. Sergio goes, those last-minute wins could only last so long. Same thing happened to City last year. That's usually signs of the beginning of the end. Well, we told them. Ayo goes, great points, Gloria. Fantastic debut so far. Oh, yeah, Gloria is here to stay. She doesn't know. All the smoke is coming. Akinola goes, Soji, it's not the Bible. It's Jola's book of Amorim rants. Oh, no. Oh, autocorrect for the win. Oh, yeah. Autocorrect. I wanted to extinguish us. We reject it in Jesus' name. Yemi, talk to me, bro. Because as a United fan, I'm sure you have things to say.
I do, and she's pretty much covered everything. It's well said by her. I mean, she's pretty much said everything that needed to be said. But like there are a few things that I want to bring up that she brought up that I'm just going to shed like a little bit of light. She's covered pretty much the whole spread.
Yeah.
Last season they had some guys that were actually functionally great team players, but they were really really good at what they did.
Mm.
A lot of us talked about Salah, talked about Salah. Salah miss. There's a huge miss with the right back that left, Alexander Arnold. The combination he had with Trent Alexander Arnold was almost remarkable, to a point where they understood it. They understood each other's angle. They knew how to play off each other.
Yeah.
And then Salah knew how to feed him those balls that he liked.
You mean Trent knew how to feed him?
Trent knew how to feed Salah. Not necessarily to score, but Trent knew how to cover some positions in which now this Konate or Van Dijk could not. It was somewhat of a triangle.
Yeah.
That worked well.
Yeah.
That worked well for them. Trent is gone. Salah hasn't had a stable person on the right that he can build that type of relationship with. So that is affecting his game. So hence what ladies and Miss Gloria said, that sometimes you see Salah hugging the touchline even more than before. Instead of him playing off Trent and playing off the striker that plays around him. So that one was a huge miss. Trent is a big miss. And someone also that can get on the midfield, apart from Soboslai, that can actually put his head on the ball and try and somewhat dictate play to a little bit extent. Add one more person onto Gravenberch, McAllister, Curtis. So they're missing that. A huge miss that people do not pay this attention to is Luis Diaz. Man, Luis Diaz was immense. Luis Diaz was that whenever they are under the cosh, he just takes the ball and just run with it. He was like a one-man wrecking machine. He will lose a lot of balls. He will lose a lot of goals, but he adds so much pressure. To like the opposition's defense, to a point where whenever he's on the field, he automatically, because of him, pushes the like defensive line back a little bit more. Because the defensive line is pushed back a little bit more, Salah has those little room adjusting for him to operate between those pockets. He could make those darting runs where like someone like Trent or this Jota can actually find him and start throwing up. There were openings so that Van Dijk from defense can pin those balls. Now, those spaces are not there. It's maybe because Gakpo, they don't believe he's that much of a threat that can take the ball. Gakpo will always take the ball and drift inward.
Correct.
David Lewis will take the ball down the byline. Everybody knows he's going to drift inward, but you have to respect that run, let throw run, and he would dive to the box and score and all those things. So he's a huge miss. And then defensively, he was huge with their press and charging off the teams. That one is a huge miss on his own. And then we also have to look at their aging defense. Konate has been making mistakes open. Van Dijk, mistakes open. One more thing that people do not pay attention to is the role that Gravenberch is playing. Watch Gravenberch. Gravenberch.
You said Gravenberch? Okay.
Watch Gravenberch last season. He pretty much started at the base of defense. He ran a lot, but he almost stayed glue in front of the defense. If you watch now, you're seeing more of McAllister actually dropping back. And Gravenberch coming up and down.
Gravenberch is
doing a lot of running. So now the team is still trying to adjust to that fact that Gravenberch is not sitting as much as he used to before. And with the injuries and the drop in form of Alisson, so like there's a lot of stuff. And plus you bring in Florian Wirtz, which you bring in a player like that, you have to almost redo whatever you were thinking. Attacking wise, defensive wise, you almost have to accommodate a player like that. Now you brought in two strikers. You brought in a Kitiki. You now brought in homeboy. What's his name again? That Sweden boy again.
You take care.
Isaac.
Oh, Isa.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
so
you
when
mean
you bring those
you mean
people,
Itakaba?
respect yourself, Jola. But like when you bring those guys in, you've lost a lot of your spine,
Yeah.
and you are now trying to almost. It's too much soup to a spine that is not already solid as before.
Yeah.
There's always stuff is bound to happen.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my say a little bit on this. As moderator, I usually don't contribute, but on this one, I'm sorry, I have to talk small. But Sergio goes, this Liverpool downfall has Jola happier than a pig in shit. You're not wrong, my brother. And you noted very correctly. I have a Bible in my hands right now. And I have a Bible because today is Sunday. And when I was a child, it was a crime not to go to church on Sunday. So because some of you people on this meeting today, and even some of you people in the chat, I know some of you did not go to church. So because of that, I'm going to take you people to the
church.
house of God. I'm
God.
taking you to church. And Yemi, you are a man of God. So you know the importance of this. I want to read from the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, starting from verse 11. I'll read verses 11 and 12. And if you don't know, the book of Corinthians was both books were written by Apostle Paul, and he was writing letters to his fellow Christ followers in the church of Corinth. And he said, these things happened to them as examples and were written down as warnings for us, on whom the fulfillment of ages has come. So, if you think you're standing firm, take heed, be careful that you don't fall, lest you fall. May the Lord bless the reading of his word. Amen. And for those of you who say, Mohammed Salah is not a Christian, I have the Quran for you. I have the Quran for you. If you say, oh, this is Mohammed Salah, he's not a, he's not a Christian, blah, 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 blah. I have some things for you in the Quran. So this is the Surah of Luqman, chapter 31, verse 18. The Quran says, do not avert your face from people out of pridefulness, and do not walk with pride on earth. For behold, God does not love the arrogant and the boastful people. Pride. Liverpool fans. Pride. Everybody that is on this podcast today, including those in the chat, we have all been through in our respective clubs moments of toxicity. All of us. My sister here, Gloria, I remember the Aubameyang days. The days that Arteta was fighting the battle against Aubameyang and Lacazette and the vestiges of old experienced players that think they are everything. The Liverpool fans were there laughing at us. Me, I support a club where the headquarters of toxicity, it is sitting in Old Trafford. You see that throne of toxicity. Now Old Trafford day, now our club day. How many do I want to count? Ronaldo, Marcus Rashford, how many? I can, if I start now, all of you will not go to work tomorrow if I start counting. Liverpool fans were there. Oh, this would never happen at our club. We have structure. They said structure. Gloria, remember, they have structure. They have FSG. They had jogging club. They had discipline and structure. One of our good friends, you will meet him, Gloria, at some point, because now you are part of us. His name is Ola. Ola is a Liverpool fan. In fact, not only is he a Liverpool fan, Ola is a Liverpool military general. This man defend past North Korea army. Is the Ministry of Defense for Liverpool Football Club. Anywhere, now they defend Florian Wirtz. Now him. He was talking about, we need to spend money. We are not spending enough money. Blah, 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 blah. Him and DJ KBC were talking about FSG spend money. And I remember I was sitting here. I think Ayo was on that podcast as well. And I said, not all money is good money. Oh. Hey, you cannot spend everything. Oh. Ask me. My club, they spend money, but we flush it down the toilet. Arsenal has spent money. Most times they flush it down the toilet. You have a club where your manager, you've been successful in hiring managers that can make the best of what you have. Yes, you need to spend money, but you went from spending 0 to spending 500 million. But what are you talking about now? You spent 500 million pounds in the summer. You said, Yemi Liverpool fans, remember, they were already claiming a double league title back to back because they're like, come, we are ready for you. They already won the league. I've never seen a person win the league in August. Liverpool don't win them already. Especially when they were coming back from behind. They already won the league. They won the league in their head only. Mohamed Salah. This is why legend is not always legend. Legends are different. Steven Gerrard is a Liverpool legend. He would never do this. Jamie Carragher is a Liverpool legend. I don't think he will ever do this. Maybe he will spit on some children, but he won't do this. Right. And when you build somebody for so long, right? They picked Mohamed Salah over Sadio Mane. I remember it. They picked Mohamed Salah over Sadio. When Sadio Mane was at Liverpool, it was always Salah over Mane, right? So much so that when it came time to renew the contract of both of them, they picked Salah and they let Mane go. You have built this man as the king of your kingdom. You have anointed him, but now he's coming back to bite you. You have built this man and you cannot control him. What are you saying now? What do you have to say? Piers Morgan is already waiting with his microphone. Piers Morgan is waiting with his microphone. Go and sit on the couch and do an interview like Cristiano. Go and do it. You think, oh, because this man, he has won you everything that there is to win. He has done X, he has done Y. He will forever be loyal. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And to Mohamed Salah, I will say to him what other rival fans were saying to me when Ronaldo was doing his madness. When your club, and I actually really do believe this, when your club is in the trenches, when we're going through a very, very difficult time, this is why I probably won't forgive Rashford and Sancho, right? When your club is in the trenches and you're going through a difficult time, you need all hands on deck. Why is the number one soldier out there causing disunity in the camp? The one person where you think you can rely on that, you know what? At least we have all these soldiers united. Now, they're not playing to the best of their ability. Van Dijk is not playing to the best of his ability. The man is twerking up and down like Cardi B every weekend. Right? But at the very least, when you're looking for generals that can stand, when the city is about to fall, he will be there. But the next person you have to look at, Mohamed Salah, one of the highest paid players, probably the highest paid player in the squad. This man is saving himself. The ship is sinking and you're saving yourself. I have never seen it. Now, if he wanted to leave, you can always leave. That's fine. You can leave. But Mohammed said, you know what? I'm leaving and I'm burning the bridge. I'm leaving and while I'm leaving, I'm setting fire to the roof. That way all of you can perish. Brother, I am here for it.
Can I say
I am
something?
here for it.
Jola,
Listen.
Jola.
Go ahead, Gloria.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry. But you know what? I don't feel sorry for Liverpool as a club. Not at all. And here's why. When Liverpool was doing all the destabilization to Newcastle United,
Oh,
nobody, because the way they went about getting Isaac was the most despicable way a big club could have done it.
Talk about tapping up a player.
All I heard from their fans was, "Oh yeah, we're big. Why won't let Isaac put up a ruckus? Let Isaac do everything to get out of Newcastle. He should want to play for the biggest team in the league." And I'm like, where did all this come from for Liverpool? 10 years ago, Liverpool didn't have all this kind of attitude and just coming out and making claims of the biggest team in the league. Klopp made Liverpool relevant again.
Facts.
That's for sure. And since they've become relevant, they've had all this from Michael Owen to Jamie Carragher to they have all these stooges everywhere causing trouble in the media, trying to big up Liverpool everywhere and pull down other teams.
Yes.
Carragher would say if Arsenal is scoring set pieces, then set pieces is the worst thing to be happening for a title chasing team.
Yes.
If Arsenal buys Gyökeres is the worst thing that they could have done.
Yep.
So they channel all the good things that are happening in their team, which is is okay. But trying to bring other teams down, I remember, I think to an extent, when it came to the matter of Isaac, I would say to an extent, Carragher was all about, there's too many strikers coming in, maybe Isaac and the way, so I can give Carragher that. But when it comes to trying to make Liverpool the almighty team and they don't do anything wrong, they do things according to the book, Carragher is their messenger for all that. So I don't feel sorry for them, because if it wasn't for the fact that Newcastle had, I remember when all this was going on, Newcastle didn't have a director of football. They didn't have a lot of things going for them. So Newcastle as a team could have collapsed very easily because they obviously didn't want Isaac to leave.
Yeah,
and
they
also,
didn't.
But they wanted Ekitike to pair with Isaac.
Yes.
Now, Liverpool trying to show that we're the bigger club and we have all this money to spend, that if you don't give us Isaac, we are going to go back to the market and go and get your number one striker that you want to buy. Mm-hmm. And then we'll add, and knowing at the back of our minds that Isaac still wants to join us. So better give us Isaac. It was almost like a, threat.
It's a power play.
A power play, which they actually executed very well. Because I'll tell you, someone like Ekitike, I'll take him in a heartbeat in my team.
I will take him.
Right now.
Yes.
So Ekitike is there doing his beats. You already have Ekitike, but you're so greedy.
You didn't need Ekitike.
And you still destabilized another team. You got their best player. They forced, because I tell you, Newcastle could have got more money.
Yes.
I wanted.
I expected them to pay about 150, but I'm surprised they paid so low. Honestly,
I wanted Isaac at Arsenal. It would have been perfect.
Isaac would have given you the
would have won, right now. Would have won the league. And it would not have been rushed, because there's a lot of pressure on Isaac himself. He's injury prone.
Yeah.
And we are like a hospital for that. So would have given him enough time.
Yes.
Yeah, well, but then it was rushed. It's still not 100%.
He's not.
But and that's also down to him.
And he missed preseason. He missed the whole of preseason.
He down tools.
Yeah.
How can you tell a team that is paying your salary, that actually took you when other people were like, I'm not sure. He had only scored about 6 goals or so for his team. Real
to say that
before he came. But Newcastle took a punt on him. They molded him into this top striker that everyone started, eyeing and started, wanting to go for. And then, of course, Isaac comes out and says, oh, no, it's Liverpool or nothing. And I'm not going to play for you. If Liverpool were the supposed good team who did everything right, like their fans and their everybody connected to them they should have told Isaac, at least for their own good, why don't you go and
train?
Take your preseason. We're still going to come for you. Yes. And you know what? The less you say in the better for you. But now Isaac has a whole bunch of enemies, like from Newcastle all the way to
Listen, Gloria. Yeah. There is I don't know if anybody lives in Newcastle in the chat, but there's a very big Ethiopian / Eritrean community in Newcastle, and they were begging him to stay. This man was like, no. And I don't feel sorry for Liverpool, because when you have Mohamed Salah and you've just given Mohamed Salah a new contract, and you know the type of player Mohamed Salah, the man has been there 8 years. I think this is 9th year, right? Mm-hmm. Mohamed Salah is a player that wants to get in the box and shoot, right? Then you bring Isaac, who is a player who does what? Gets in the box and shoots, right? Then you have Gakpo on the left, who does what? Gets in the box and shoots. Then why are you surprised that Salah is not firing? Why? Like, who makes these calls is what I want to know. Mind you, we talked about Virgil van Dijk's twerkability right now and Konate's bozo moment. People are forgetting that the center back position is a specialty position. What I mean by that is it's a position that is built on connection between your fullbacks. They've lost both fullbacks, right? So now you have Jeremy Ping Pong, right? That cannot. The man is in the hospital. I don't even know where he is right now, right? You have Jeremy Ping Pong, and then Connor Bradley, and then you have Milos Kekenapep on the left. Like, what are we? You cannot make those kinds of changes at one go and not expect some type of capitulation. So I do not feel sorry for them. Listen, Anfield has turned from a fortress to a mattress because anybody's coming to knock you.
I wish we play them now.
Walai.
I really wish we played them.
Gloria, I went to Anfield and collected 3 points.
Can you imagine? I wish
it has gone from a fortress to a mattress. Everybody is coming here to knock. But like, that's what it is. You know what? We've spent 45 minutes cooking Liverpool. But we need to let me take comments and then we'll proceed to the next topic. Oh yo. Akin goes, Apostle Kwame, let's collect offering. Oh no. Don't worry. I will collect offering at the end of the season when Liverpool Glasgow start Jamie Carragher. Listen, Jamie Carragher, that guy, fraud. 30 minutes of cooking Liverpool with no reds here as how now? I listen. Ayo had the opportunity to invite a Liverpool person on this podcast. I would have loved a Liverpool person in it so I can cook them to their face. But Ayo, if you are listening, the next Liverpool podcast, even though I'm not invited, I will come. It just said being shitty will make you humble now. Yeah. SJ said, when you now become good, you spread chest like bed sheets. Yep. You were spreading chest. Henry goes, they don't need to tell him that though. He's an adult. Oh, I think Gloria, he was responding to when you said that Liverpool should have told him to like show up to training and not burn the bridges. Well, you're right, Henry. But hey,
no, but the thing to that is that somebody must have actually been talking to him about the fact that, you know what, we're going to get you no matter what. We're going to come for you. So I think they should have used that opportunity. It's just PR. They should have used that opportunity to let him that he should turn. He also came out in the media and did exactly what Salah did. Yeah. Remember when he said,
I remember.
I'll never play for this team again.
Yes, he even posted on Instagram. He did everything. Yeah.
If you're saying that you're a class club you should, because it wasn't only about making himself look bad. It was also making Liverpool look bad, because whoever was giving him the assurance that they were going to come for him should have used that same opportunity to tell him, you know what, tone it down, just stay out of the limelight.
Yeah.
Just pretend, for these people gave you a chance, kind
Yeah.
of, respect your teammates. So
Yeah.
to speak. Go
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
before the end of the transfer window, we're going to come.
Yeah.
We're giving you that assurance, because they did go for him. But
Yeah.
now the fact that he didn't do the preseason, he didn't respect his teammates, is out there. And that's what
And now
this was always going to happen, in my opinion. It was always going to happen.
Now he's paying the price. Yeah. Ola, this is Ola. What is going on? Why are people shining teeth based on the current Premier League champions? Don't feel sorry for us. We are good. Okay. We'll see how long you stay good. My brother, there's nothing good about you. The only good thing about Liverpool is that the grass is fine in your food. That's the only good thing. And Ayo, please put me on the next Liverpool podcast. Please feel sorry for your Clown United decade. See? My decade of mediocrity, but I made 10 finals in 10 years. Hey, I'm still in the mud, but you're still talking about me. From a fortress to a mattress, y'all are wild. It is a mattress now, because everybody is knocking. It's a mattress. Hey, Kwame, don't you have Amorim out? No. I don't. Listen, I don't have. Today is not about Amorim. Today is about you. Today is about you. And you know what? If you sure for you, jump on this podcast. Jump on it right now. Let's talk. Henry goes, my point is that he should be smart enough to know what you're saying. He played himself. He did. At the end of the day, look, he has agents. He has an advisory team. He has family. Come on. There are people these players listen to. In our decade of mediocrity, Baba, you managed to, please. Exactly. Salah, the corner of Man United, is alive. Don't waste your energy. Gloria, let's talk about... Yemi, are you still here? Yemi, are you here?
Yeah, I've been here.
Okay. Let's talk about Arsenal Villa yesterday. Because, Gloria, I'm not going to lie to you. If this Salah news did not happen, I was ready. I was ready.
I was so happy.
I was ready to cook.
No, I was so happy that.
So yeah, how about? So tell me about this Emery thing. I know we're almost at time, so I'm trying to speed through these topics. But how far with Emery now? Good evening.
No, it's good evening. It's like before the game, I kind of did a short preview of the game, and I had a few points. One, the resurgence of Villa.
Yeah. And
then, of course, this whole Emery, I'll get 6 points every season, and that 6 points has to come from Villa Park and Emirates. Is so up for the game. He's always so up for. He will rest his best players just before he plays us, and he will do everything. Things that he would normally. A lot of times, you see Emery making decisions in other games, and you're like, seriously? But he always seemed to get everything right against Arsenal. But then again, you have to, context as to play into this. We win that game easily with Gabriel and Saliba yesterday. Yeah, they would have done exactly what they did.
What was your defensive pairing yesterday?
Yesterday was Nkapie and Jurien Timber in the middle.
In the center back?
In the center.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And then another thing was, yes, Villa played so well in the first half. I was trying to take points. I just couldn't see any points to take out. I was fuming. I was fuming. But second half, Merino, I thought Arteta was going to go for Gyökeres, because in that kind of game, you play a center forward, because Merino will never be in the box. Yeah, he does what he does when other people are like firing and everything, and when you least expect him to do things, that's when Merino, kind of acts. But in a game that you already know the outcome, you need a bully in front. Gyökeres may not have scored, but he would have occupied the center halves. Their center halves had barely anything to do yesterday, and it was all down to Arteta. He actually did what I thought he was going to do, because I felt Eze wasn't playing well at all yesterday, because he was kind of playing on the left.
Because Eze started on the left, right?
He started on the left, which we haven't really seen him really, thrive in that. And then it started Merino. And then also you had Odegaard coming back. So you had two players. Merino is like, he does a lot of good things, but he's so slow. It's too slow for my liking. A lot of time I'm like, and then yesterday it was like a mess. Just giving up in fact, the goal Villa scored, it was a ball that he actually gave away.
I remember that.
And he couldn't chase back. And he wouldn't chase back. And then when you don't have the assurance of Saliba and Gabriel in the team, we lose a lot of things. One, we lose the defensive security. Two, we also lose our attacking verve, because a lot of our plays start from the back. And most times you see Saliba bring the ball up to the middle of the park, to the midfielders, and then does the distribution. We didn't have that at all. It was so chaotic yesterday, which actually played into the hands of Villa, because that's exactly what they wanted to play, So for me, I actually said it was going to be 2-1 to Arsenal, because I thought, okay, we have all this, our bench players were going to rescue us. I didn't think our first team was going to play. I thought we're going to keep them, like at arm's length first half, and then second half will do the damage, which we almost got away. But for that bozo moment from Nkapie, it was a real bozo moment, and it was like a welcome to the Premiership kind of whatever. He thought, okay,
baptism of fire.
Yeah, let me kick the ball to a throw-in, and then we'll kind of set up again in the defense to kind of attack. But as he was kicking it off, someone was immediately like a quick thinker. Even before he got back into the box, the ball was already in the box. But in all, I wouldn't say Arteta got it wrong. But there were two things I thought that he could have started with. One, maybe let Odegaard come from the bench and let Eze continue. And then whatever, that Odegaard is watching what's going on and he can come influence the game. And then start Gyökeres as your number 9. And then Merino is also another player that comes from the bench and can do things, just like you saw with Trossard. Trossard, even though he's been playing superbly, this is like our best attacker so far. But Trossard has always been a better player coming from the bench, because there's some players, just like, in the NBA, the Spurs, when they had Ginobili as sixth man, Ginobili could have started for any team in the league, and he could have also started for Spurs. But it's the kind of players that would take note of what's going on, and then when he came on, it would affect the game positively. That's the sort of player Trossard is. That's the sort of player I think Merino is. But obviously, Merino was tossed into, starting because all our attackers are out. And Villa Park is not an easy place to go.
Villa Park is not an easy place to go.
Yeah, I was feel the night before I was a bit like, oh my God, get a draw and just go back home.
Yeah.
Which we
can you tell me though why? I know Yokozuna was Gyökeres. I know Gyökeres was he was injured at some point, but he's been on the bench lately, and it looks like Arteta is now, I guess, anointing Merino as his preferred center forward. Like, what's up with that? Like, why am I not seeing Gyökeres starting?
So, okay, I could excuse the last 2 games, against when he just came back and everything, because Merino was in such a, his form was really good. Yeah, but I thought Gyökeres was going to start yesterday. That was what I was saying.
Okay.
Because Merino can do something, but he's not your natural striker. So you play everything that he did yesterday, starting Merino again, kind of played into Emery's hands or Villa's hands, because it was almost like we're playing 10 against 11 for the first half when Gyökeres was playing. Do you guys
have a Champions League game in the week?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, maybe that's why.
No, I don't think so.
No?
We are going for the Premier League. Champions League, we're playing Club Brugge, right? We're playing Club Brugge. You take care of Villa, and then you can rest players like Declan Rice You can rest player, and then you could tell that the players that have been playing, Declan Rice and Zubimendi, who I didn't see Zubimendi in the game at all. It's just come from Spain, so obviously he's knackered. You could tell he's been playing because the Premiership and La Liga they're night and day, right?
Yeah.
So I felt that if I maybe take out Deck, because there was a time the ball was ping ponging, Declan Rice was there, would kick the ball would come back again. You could tell that it was fatigue. I didn't even know that I was going to play. You bought Norgard from Brentford. Couldn't you have brought Norgard on?
I forgot about Norgard.
Yeah, it
you guys actually have him. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So even if he's not going to do anything for you attacking wise, you have a centre back pairing who that was the first time they were playing together. Yeah, I know that Timber came in against Brentford during the midweek, but they've never played together. And Nketiah is just new to the league. Yeah, we say that we have all the centre backs, but they're as good as when they play with either Gabriel or Saliba. So now you took Timber from where he's been thriving. Maybe yesterday, what he could have done, maybe played Ben White in centre back position, leave Timber in right back, because Ben White is a natural centre back.
Yeah.
Put him in the centre back position. Let Timber go on his right back position where he's been doing very well. Because you needed the wingers for Aston Villa were just, we'll kick a ball back, and before you know it, the wingers are back in front of you again. But I did play Timber in the right back position. Timber is going to make sure he would have pressed back the wingers for Aston Villa. So obviously we played a good game. I think when Madueke took the ball and tried to shoot that side netting ball, that was when I knew that we're in trouble. Yes, because had Madueke kept that ball and kept us in Villa's half, we would have been able to. I kept telling my son, I said, you know what, we're in trouble. Because immediately Villa's keeper, kicked the ball back into our, they just pinned us back.
Yeah.
But had Madueke just gone to maybe the corner flag, there was no point, because we saw the game. At 1-1, either team would have not been satisfied to start with, but it would have been okay, at least we got something from Villa Park.
Yeah.
Last season we beat them 2-0 at Villa Park.
Yeah.
So and I also said something, make sure that you do not allow Villa score before you. You saw what they did to Man City.
Yes.
If you let Villa, if you let them, get their tails up, and the fans, if you get the fans into the game, you are asking for trouble. So once they went 1-0 before halftime, we were like, oh my God, we have to do whatever. And then of course Trossard came in, we scored the goal. Then we should have just eased that's where we actually saw, the big thing about not having Gabriel and Saliba.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, it could have been coach's instructions, honestly, because Arteta just seemed to me as that coach that would have wanted those 3 points yesterday. He probably instructed them to go ahead, go for it, go for the winning goal.
Yeah, but the thing was, and then of course and then another thing that people don't realize is that taking Bukayo off brought Madueke. If Bukayo had gotten that same ball that Madueke got, it would have been a different outcome.
Could have.
Because it could have, because it would have. I'll tell you why. Because Bukayo won't rush. Madueke just had this rush of blood. He didn't even look up. He just wanted to get a goal.
Yeah.
And the angle was too acute for him to get a goal. So what Bukayo would have done would have put his foot on the ball and found a better person in a better position, or try to cross the ball into the box where we had a lot of people at that time.
Yeah. I hear you. All right, we're gonna go to the next topic. We're at time, so I'm gonna have to cap this off in the next 10 minutes. Before I go to the next topic, Gloria, I want one word answer from you. Are you scared you're going to lose the title?
I'm not.
Okay, all right. We're gonna move on. I mean, it's time for us to actually, let me read comments. They've been flying in. There. There's a lot. I got lost. Okay. from a fortress. No, we already read that. Uh, we already read that. Okay, Buendia, we love you. Hey, I love him too. Justice for Emery. Henry goes, our injuries are finally caught up with us. I'm not hearing injury. I don't want to hear it. Don't even say anything about injury. I don't want to hear it. And we went back to playing 45 minutes of football again. We just seemed off. Hey, welcome to my life as a United fan. At least you they play 45 minutes. Me, I they play 20 minutes. Henry goes and he's doing what's annoying me right now, playing Eze out of position. Yeah, I've kind of like seen that. I'm like, maybe there's a reason. There's a reason behind it. You guys are stacked in the midfield.
With Odegaard back, he would always find a way to bring Odegaard in.
Yeah.
That was my fear. I was like, I know that the injury. You want Odegaard to be back, but I was trying to see how he was going to play both of them. In that team.
Yeah,
but force Odegaard.
You had to force Odegaard in. Odegaard in. Yeah.
I have a feeling that Eze might not get a game for maybe until Odegaard messes up.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, I said Eze is a 10, and on the wing he will never be good on the left. I can go everywhere. So come, call me any Bible passage for Arsenal. No. My Bible preaching for Arsenal will come in Easter in April. That's because that's usually when Arsenal dies. So is it on the left?
If Martinelli had been playing that yesterday, that goal would never have come.
Yeah. Ola goes, Eze on the left is in his optimal position. He is the one who switched off for the cash goal. That is true. I remember that. Ola is right. Henry goes, I don't know the love he has for Odegaard because he could have started Eze in the 10 and used Martinelli on the left. True. Henry again, and yes, I concur. Let him come off the bench. Impact players. I think I was talking about when you were talking about Manu Ginobili. I actually believe Merino is still serviceable. That 10 role is what cost us. He is returning back from injury, guys. He's still being paced. Oh, he's talking about
Odegaard.
Odegaard. Okay. Utilizing Merino isn't bad because it sometimes assists the midfield with his work rates and him drawing back. The issue is that approach is a gift and a curse.
Oh yeah.
Ola goes, elephant on a tree, don't they shake? Go, hey, Ola, hey. Again goes, please clip the parts where Auntie Gloria said they are chasing the EPL and she's not scared. Thanks in advance. Don't worry. Our top producers in Footy Fantasy, we have it on deck. Let's talk about the World Cup. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to the World Cup group. The group draws. I personally don't think there's any group of death, but Yemi, what do you say, bro?
Whoa. Group I will be a very, very interesting group in terms of the caliber of, you have France, you have Senegal,
England, Croatia. Oh no, Group I you said?
Yeah, Group I.
France, Senegal, Norway, and the winner of playoff 2.
Mm-hmm. The winner of playoff 2. You look at that group, you have a good competition on your hands. Then also you have to look at Group F. Group F will be a very, very interesting group in terms of the technicalities of the players that are going to be up there. Mm-hmm. You look at the way they play and how they play. It will be a very, very entertaining group because you are expecting to see some real good football. You are looking at this in Tunisia that comes out to come play. They will come out to come play. There's no defensive house in them.
Agreed.
Although their new coach is embracing a much more defensive approach. But it's Tunisia from their age of the 80s, 90s, they've always been an expressive playing. You look at Japan, that is all attack. They're very, very technically sound.
They have some good players too. They have Daichi Kamada, they have Tanaka, that guy in Leeds, Mitoma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
also have Tommy, the guy that plays in France for, I forgot the name, and they have Endo, who has been woman benching.
True.
So, but like this, they are a very, very technically sound team and a well coached team, and also you have Netherlands, who might be a very, very who might be a very, very good dark horse for this team because quietly, slowly, if you watch their team, you're seeing that most of their players are picking from up. You have the young that is picking in form. Now you have Gravenberg, you have Reinders,
Timber,
Timber, Van Dijk. When Van Dijk plays when he plays for the Netherlands, he's
yeah.
different. And they also have a man that will never grow old in Memphis Depay.
Vegas.
Oh yeah, Depe. Yeah.
Oh, Dubai. Yeah. I thought you meant Vegas.
No. Vegas will always be a mainstay because he is like their option plan B. He helps depending on if you are playing with a Gakpo from the left and you're playing with Mullins from the right, or you have your
the guy in Inter.
Oh, Dumfries.
Dumfries is a wing back. He will always play wing back, and they also have this De Vrij that plays in defense. So they have a very, very good quality team. So man, they're good. And Group C too. If you look at Group C,
Group C was
Morocco, very, very expressive team. Brazil with the new Ancelotti. I mean, you're looking like Ancelotti's team now. The team, they're bringing a little bit of the Jogo Bonito back, a little bit, not too much. But man, they are defensively very, very solid. Seeing the emergence of Casemiro now at the base of midfield. You have him and Guimaraes are forming that good as a partnership where, like, unlike Manchester United now, where Casemiro is required to cover
that man is covering the ocean.
The length and breadth of the Red Sea. So now you're having that. And then like you look at Morocco, who just eased through their group with chill. And I don't
and then Scotland too.
Oh yeah. And Scotland too with their newfound belief and your best
and
friend.
And your best friend.
And it'll be if you look at the groups, like if you look at Mexico too, Mexico will be a very, very you'll be shocked to not find a dogfight in almost all the groups. Look at Group E. Group E. Germany, Cote d'Ivoire, man. That would be like drop kicking, flip type.
You have Ecuador.
What's
that Chelsea boy's name?
Caicedo. But like if you look at this one physicality wise, you see Cote d'Ivoire, that's a very physical team. Ecuador is a physical team. Make no mistake.
They are.
Germany is the one that will probably want to come and play ball, but man, they're physical too. They'll run you off the
ground. Germany will have to play Gidigbo to get through that group.
Oh no. Make no mistake about Germany. This Germany team coming, they can
play Gidigbo. That Vatimagba guy, the guy in football. They can play Gidigbo football. They can play Gidigbo football and they can play, football too. Yeah, if they have to play
the good thing with Germany is over the years they've not found a solid replacements for Miroslav Klose. So now they've found somebody who is not Miroslav Klose but brings the game to everybody. In this Vanda, the guy that plays for Newcastle.
Volta Mada. That's what I call him Watimagba.
So Volta Mada is bringing a different type of. Is making almost everybody come alive. So now the person they're waiting for now is Musiala. If Musiala,
I think they still have Havertz too. Remember,
they have who?
Havertz to help them.
Oh yeah. They have Havertz. This guy is back to playing good now. Gnabry is playing in the 10 position and playing really well in the 10 position. So like he's almost like a revelation there too as well. And then you have their names. Florian Wirtz. Yeah, Florian Wirtz, their last game, they tried him off playing off from the left and from the right. Man, they're just enough for players.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to this. There are a couple more topics, but because we're over time, I'm gonna skip them and we're gonna go to Kudos and Donkey of the Week. And Gloria, as our special guest, I want you to start with we're gonna do Kudos, and then we're gonna go to Donkey. So you start with your Kudos. Who do you have for your Kudos?
I don't have a person, but I have a team.
Yeah, that's fine.
Leeds. United. Leeds United for the week they had against Chelsea and Liverpool.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they deserve a kudos.
Because they beat Chelsea, Abby.
Yeah, 3-1.
That's true. Oh, shout out Daniel Farker and Leeds United.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember they almost came back against City.
That's true. Yeah. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Yemi, who's your kudos?
Una Emery. No. It's not what you people think. This dude is quietly revamping his team and changing the way they play. You notice that in the beginning they struggle, but now you are now seeing the reemergence of this intelligence.
Yeah,
it's weird that in a league that is everybody's talking about physicality, can run, can cover ground. Tillemans can run to save his life. Yeah. He's not physical, but have you noticed that he quietly opposed games? Yes. Onana has figured out a way of playing Kamara, Onana, and then you now have Tillemans and the team.
Yeah. Because remember Tillemans used to play at the base as well. No, I think last season and 2 seasons ago, but he has just kind of changed that and put Onana and Kamara there, and put Tillemans ahead.
Yeah,
it depends on how you want to look at the game because listen, Tillemans is a weird mix of Pirlo where like they find space, they're allowed to find space where like they can hurt you. So like if they need to drop deeper to find space, so like they can dictate the game, they will do it by passing. If he needs to push forward to the left or to the right to find space where that they can affect the game, someone like a Cross now, or maybe not Modric, but someone like that their job in the midfield is to find those pockets where like they can get on the ball with a little bit of space so that they can control games. Yeah. So
yeah. All right, Donkey. I guess my kudos. You guys have said it. It has to be my own. It's Leeds United, not for anything else, but just because they've brought Leeds United is the catalyst for this Liverpool war that is happening now. So I will forever be grateful to them. Donkey, who is the Donkey, Gloria?
Well, I'll have to pick a player from my team, and that has to be Nkapie.
Really?
Yesterday, it was like 93 minutes, right? I know Liverpool fans may say Salah, but for me, the way it affected me is Nkapie. You should kick that ball back to try to keep his first touch was bad, and then the second touch is like kicking, putting the ball still in our own half for a throw-in to Villa when we could easily have gone. Could have left that pitch yesterday with a point. We ended up leaving with nothing because it just caused a lot of cacophony with that ball back, and then the ball was bouncing and everything. But I kind of initially first off I was like Merino was going to be my donkey of the week because he lost that ball that led to Villa's goal. I had a change of mind when he didn't come back onto the field second half. That Nkapie, next time you just clear the ball anywhere but where he put it yesterday. And then of course we all have a common donkey of the week.
Of course. Of course. Say less. Me disappeared. My donkey. Actually, let me read comments. There have been kudos and donkeys in the comments. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yemi, who's the donkey?
A couple.
Okay.
Manchester United. No, Manchester United. Our coach, Amorim.
Ruben Amorim. Yes.
Yeah.
He has not even played.
No.
He has played.
Okay, from Monday. You're talking
from
about
Monday.
Yeah.
We never forget. Useless man. Yeah, okay. Who's your second donkey?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah.
Yes. Okay.
And the reason why I say Mohamed Salah is simple because just like what you said, around this time when things are not going that well, I mean, there are times you come up, whatever the discussion you had with the board, whatever was going on, I don't think now it's a good time for you to come out and say whatever you wanted to say.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to add this pressure on the coach. Maybe he's indirectly saying, is it is it a slot or me?
Oh yeah. That's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly.
Like, I think around this time is added this pressure to what is already going on, and then his frustration is showing, and as part of the leaders of the team, it's not good.
Yeah. Comments. I can go Kudos, Leeds, and Villa. Of course, I'm right there with you. Donkey, Amorim, and Man United. I mean, I don't know if you remember this, Yemi, but it might have been a couple months ago. We were on a podcast together, and I gave Amorim Donkey of the whole season. So it doesn't matter what weekend we're in. Amorim is always my donkey, and the man has not proved me wrong since then. So Ola goes Kudos of the week. Mo Salah for taking the attention and pressure off of Slot. You think pressure is gone? Well, you never jam. The pressure is getting worse. Akin goes Donkey, FIFA, Trump, and the Infantino Peace Award. That was just whatever, man. Donkey of the week, Gianni Infantino, living in Trump's asses of becoming a FIFA president. Hey, football shouldn't be political. Here to all of that. And I mean, my donkey is same thing with you guys. I mean, obviously Liverpool, obviously Mohamed Salah specifically, and I think that says a lot about leadership like qualities. You do something like that, I don't trust you to lead any team. I don't care whether it's at work, on the football pitch. You can't be a leader. You can't be a leader when the team needs you the most. You go ahead and do it. Now, I have no issue if they got into the dressing room and they were fighting with each other, and you're saying all those things. I don't care. But you come out with microphones and cameras and saying things like that, brother. Nah. Anyway, lady and gentlemen, thank you for joining. Gloria, it has been a fantastic. This debut is like Marcus Rashford's debut against Arsenal, where he scored 2 goals. I swear. But I want to let you know, the next time you come, we have our guns up again. This one we had to put the guns down because there was bigger fish to cook.
To fry, yeah.
But next time, listen. Oh, there's one more comment again. That Salah shit is the same reason I don't send Rashford. Hey, facts. But thank you so much for joining us, Gloria. Appreciate you. You have an open invitation. In fact, you see that thing you said that you said you are not afraid and that Arsenal will win. We are going to clip it, and when you come back, we will confront you.
That's fine.
All right. Yemi, as usual, always a pleasure, bro. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
And everybody in the comments, from Akin to Henry to Ola to Ayo, everyone, thank you guys. We shall see you all next week. Take care, guys.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is your steady thing, go meet your football needs. Your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. Your eyes go see. Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy.